5 and 3, 2, 1.
I'm so short.
Cooking with Debbie and friends. No. Cooking with Debbie and friends. We'll make some good food, talk about marriage and parenting too. Self-care and budgeting and some recipes for life, yeah. Cooking with Debbie and friends. Hey, friends.
Everybody. Welcome to Cooking with Debbie, episode 57, part 1.
Part 1.
It's Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning, and we are going to make a turkey. Before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead over here and wash my hands because I had just touched my phone because some of you are already coming on in, and I was checking. So I'm going to go wash my hands. Trav's going to finish making his coffee. And so you're seeing what happens like moments before we go on the air.
Well, so I put the coffee maker away before I actually made my second cup of coffee. It's a little early. Yeah, yesterday was my birthday, so we overate and then I overslept. So
yeah, and there's a lot to this rodeo. There's a lot to put together and move around, and it's quite the production. So waiting for some people to come on.
So, well, we've got a few people on there, but let's talk about what we're doing here.
If you're on, please say hi. Hi, RJ. If you're on, please say hi so we know you're here. We won't, if you want to put a I'm at work or,
On Sunday.
Yeah, some people work on Sunday. I'm a housewife. I work every day.
It's the Lord's Day.
Every day I work. So please let us know that you're joining us. So anyway, why are we doing this live today? We're doing this live today because we are roasting a turkey. And Hi, Anna Maria. And a roasted turkey does take about the size that we're making. We're making kind of a little guy, but even still, it's going to have to roast between 2.5 hours to 3.5 hours. So we don't want to keep you all day. We're going to check back and forth here on Facebook Live. We're going to prep the turkey and put it in the oven and say bye-bye. And then we're going to come back as we baste the turkey, and then we're going to say bye-bye. And we're going to do a final reveal, and then Travis is going to show how he carves the turkey. And then we'll include some stills of how we're going to platter half this turkey to take to Corrine, and we're going to freeze the other half for her freezer. Mm-hmm. So, and Corrine is our neighbor who is a nurse, and her roommate is also in the medical profession. And they're tired. They're exhausted. And if they could say one thing to you, or two things, it would be stay soapy and wear your mask. Because, election coverage has taken a lot of the news. But COVID is out there. It's raging. We all have to do our part.
Right.
So, I don't want to get all...
Well, so the bottom line is they're very busy, they're overworked, they're tired, and they are doing angels work. So we are gifting them this turkey today, and we thought in order to help show the process, go live in multiple parts. So that's what today is going to be about. We're going to go live right now.
Say hi to Richard and Cindy and Christina. I hope Loretta pops on because she's our new cook. Today I'm going to roast a turkey the way I have roasted a turkey for a million years. There are so many ways to make a turkey. You can roast it, you can deep fry it, you can order it online and have it delivered to you already cooked. There's so many ways to make a turkey. We've been doing this, Ina Garten's recipe, forever, and it is fail-proof. So we're going to start with a little turkey. It's almost 12 pounds, so I'm going to have Travis cut that up.
So this is still just in the package.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to open it up and start washing it. What'd you say?
Rinse it. Now, when you rinse it, you want to be careful how you rinse it. You don't want to put the water on real strong because then that turkey juice is going to hit different things. Like for us, it could be our shutters or parts of the sink that you touch and you. Well, when you wash a chicken or a turkey, when you rinse it, be careful that you're not creating a big splash zone. So we're going to be doing Ina Garten. So easy. Oh, hi Kelly.
By any chance, is it easy?
so easy. It's ridiculously easy. And it doesn't require a whole lot of instructions. Turkeys are pretty easy to cook. If you have a chance, go and get a turkey now and get one for your freezer as a backup, you know, because they're so cheap and easy. They weren't always cheap. In World War II, turkeys were very expensive, and people were encouraged to buy beef or ham for their Thanksgiving dinner because turkeys were so expensive during World War II. Now you can get them for a song. I have some butter over there in the saucepan, 1 stick of butter, and I'm doing again a 12-pound turkey. To that, I'm going to add the... Whoa.
You throwing knives over there?
I'm throwing knives. Hello from the windy Ohio. Ohio. Without any electricity, Kelly, how are you even watching us? Oh my gosh, we better make this quick because Cindy doesn't have electricity. Thanksgiving turkey with all the trimmings is my absolute favorite meal of the year. It's everybody's, Cindy. And this Thanksgiving is going to look a little different, but it doesn't mean your menu has to look different. Your menu can look the same. If you want to trim things out of your menu because you're not having a big party of people, do it. If you want to lighten up vegetables or dessert because you have people watching their weight or their sugar levels, do it. If you want to create that special dish that Grandma used to make and is always on the table, and for you it's going to be nostalgic and healing, do it. Okay? So there's nobody that's going to tell you how to do your Thanksgiving dinner. Okay. So over there, I have 1 stick of butter. Travis is patting dry the turkey. I have hardly any makeup, my glasses, and you know what? My tennis shoes. I'm embarrassed to walk over there because I'm so short.
Oh, no one's going to see your feet right there.
But I'm so short. So I'm putting the juice of a lemon, and I already zested a lemon. So getting that in there. Again, 1 stick of butter, 1 lemon, including the zest first and then the juice. So all that is in there playing nicely. And then to that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of chopped thyme. Get your seasonings now, guys.
Now this just goes right back into this. Right?
Yeah.
You want it breast up or down?
We're going to play with it. So, okay. We're going to put in 1 teaspoon of thyme. Do buy your thyme and sage, and if you use rosemary, whatever herbs you use, if you can find them live now, do it and put them in your fridge for safekeeping. But it's always good to have the dried. The dried are fantastic. So please do that. 1 teaspoon of...
So did you tell the people what you did in that before I was over there with the loud singing?
I did. Can you stir in
Sure.
and put on a really low the thyme because I added the thyme. Again, back there, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 lemon zested and the juice, and 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme. If you're using a dried thyme, probably half the amount because the dried vegetables or seasonings are a little more strong. Okay. I have my Spanish onion, and I have a whole head of garlic. I wanted to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving in the country. So I already told you about World War II when things were tough, and they were encouraging people to buy ham or roast beef instead of a turkey. And a lot of that, too, was because the military required turkey. They would send thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of turkey to the military. Do you remember eating turkey dinner on Thanksgiving?
I remember eating Thanksgiving dinner, but
as a Marine.
Yeah, but we normally deployed in December, so if we had Thanksgiving, we were able to get leave right before we left, and typically, I don't know why, but around December 8th. So we actually were able to have Thanksgiving at home. Not Christmas or New Year's, of course. We'd be overseas.
Now Thanksgiving is going to look different. Please type in there how yours is going to look different. Kelly's calling, or
Right there,
Kelly's in Ohio. And Ohio is really spiking with the COVID. So Kelly, please be careful. It's really spiking. And I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer here. I'm just trying to say, if everybody does what we should do this holiday season, next holiday season, we can be with our loved ones
We're back on track.
Back on track.
Yeah.
That easy. So, and this isn't the first time this country has had a rough Thanksgiving. A lot of you don't remember World War II, but we do remember September 11th. And that was in September, obviously, just a few months before the holidays, and air restrictions were still in place. Flying by air was still in place. So things were tough, and also we were battered and bruised and heartbroken. So those things happen, and this country gets through, and we're going to get through this too. So remember all the things that you can still do for Thanksgiving.
Now, don't forget, you're doing stuff just off of muscle memory here, but maybe some people haven't done what you're doing. So
I am cutting a whole head of garlic in half. I am trying to cut a whole head of garlic.
Yeah, don't cut your thumb.
I cut a whole head of garlic in half.
Show the people.
Sure. Look how pretty that is. And we're going to keep it intact. I quartered a Spanish onion. You can half it, but I quartered it for this turkey because it's got a smaller cavity than I'm used to. Now, we have the butter melted and ready to go. Can you turn it off, please?
Off. Yep.
All right. Did you take the giblets out of the turkey?
Yeah, so that turkey was really clean already. I'm just going to show them this real quick.
Sure.
So that they can see. Look at how all that is in there. That's butter, and what else do you have in there? Thyme?
Thyme and a juice of lemon and a zest. So easy, this recipe, I'm telling you.
That smells really good.
When you clean out your turkey, make sure you grab that bag out of there. Don't bake it with... Nobody's going to die if you cook it with the...
Say. Yeah, it was relatively clean already. You just want to rinse it down, make sure that there are no little feather quills coming out of it, because sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
Pull that neck out, pull a little bag of giblets out, rinse it down, pat it, and then I put it into the roasting pan.
Now we're going to... Okay, now we're going to... Can you bring it over here, you think?
Hell yeah, I can.
This is fun. We also have a big announcement. We met as a family and we called some of our friends that watch.
We're going to put this on a...
There we go.
Yeah, I'll put it on after.
So
it's in a roasting pan,
yeah.
But we also put, I put this foil in there so that we could wrap it up around the bird, then put a little piece on top.
Hello!
Or vice versa. Put it on top and wrap it around.
I'm going to put kosher salt inside, liberally kosher salt in there. I'm also going to put in my onion. Look
just
how easy.
dropping it in. You're not even...
It's so easy. You don't even need to take the skin off your garlic if you don't want to. Just so easy. You just put it all in there.
Well, yeah, because I do pull that out. When I carve the turkey, which you'll see later,
yeah,
I approach it in quarters.
We'll talk about that.
So before I do that, I clean all this stuff out of there and just kind of set it aside. And so it really is... you don't have to worry too much about what you're putting in there, right?
Nope.
Just shove it in.
Shove it in. So easy, you guys.
You put lemons in there?
And the lemon juice is... Do you not watch this show?
I've never watched this show. Not once, ever.
Did you wash your hands after you touched the turkey?
Of course I did.
Then you can do the pepper.
And then I tied my shoes. All right. Shoes?
Did you?
No. Jesus, come on. It's Sunday.
Okay. Kosher salt, whatever salt you can use. I do like a kosher salt. So we put salt on there. Now Travis is liberally doing the pepper. You want to do coarse ground pepper and a meal because it, you know.
Yeah,
are there more people
like
there?
Yeah,
is your dad there?
I don't know. You know, when I started the chat, we've got a monitor just below this camera. And in that monitor is a chat box, but I started it after we had went live, so I might have missed it. Dad, if you're here, just let me know.
Right behind you, hot. You want to tie your turkey together. You want to close the legs. Why? Because she's a lady.
Aye.
You can use kite string. Cooking twine is expensive. I'm a cook. I don't always use cooking twine because it is expensive.
Yeah, it's just clean cotton kite string.
Yeah, clean cotton kite string. That's all you need. Or, get this, dental floss. Unflavored, unwaxed dental floss.
So just the standard...
Yeah.
What is that made of anyway?
Dental floss?
Probably cotton.
Yeah. So he's done that.
New every day?
All done?
Sure.
Okay.
You said liberally, so I'm really...
Okay.
Literally doing liberally.
Now we're getting this beautiful, beautiful melted butter with thyme and the zest of the lemon and everything. Hi, Debbie Dennison Burns. And I'm just going to put it here.
So you're not brushing it, because otherwise you'd be brushing off that.
Right, and by putting on your salt and your pepper first, those seasonings will help the butter stay kind of in place and not run all over.
But you shouldn't pour it on. Why shouldn't you not?
Because now I'm going to pour all over your salt and pepper, and it's going to run everywhere.
Okay.
So, anyways, Debbie Dennison Burns joined us. So while we're doing this, we wanted to talk to some of you because we know a lot of you live in areas where you're far away, and sometimes you're forcing yourself to stay up to watch the show, or friends are rushing home from work to watch the show.
We have some friends that all the time, you see them in the chat, they're going, "Oh, sorry, I'm late. I was trying to get home from work."
Yeah. So,
and I do that as well.
Yeah. And this also is a process. To turn our kitchen into a studio is a process, and we're doing it 2 days a week. And as much as we love it, we can't stand the idea that people can't join us live because it's at an inopportune time. So here we go. Hey, Laura Stevenson. So here we go. Here's our big announcement. We're going to start doing the show live on Sundays at noon. That way people all the way on the East Coast can enjoy the show at 3 p.m. their time. People on our side of the world can enjoy it at noon. I can post the recipe I'm going to make so you can literally cook with me. And we're hoping that this change will allow a lot more of you to join in.
Seems like a lot of butter.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it?
No, let's flip it over real quick.
Oh.
You want me to flip it for you?
Nope. I'll do it.
And then I'll brush.
So what we're saying is, in order to...
oh, we forgot to tie her legs together.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because now all of her stuff is falling out. You don't want that.
I don't know where my
Get
scissors
it back
are.
in there. Scissors are in the sink right there, Debbie. Yep, those. Because the other ones you took over there. So we are going to start going live.
You never finished the announcement about your family.
Yes.
We do that. Okay.
That's what we're doing. So
Okay.
we are going to start going live Sundays at noon. That's the big announcement.
The big announcement.
We got together as a family, discussed it. I rush home on Tuesdays and Thursdays through traffic and immediately start setting up. What you don't see are the lights and the monitors and the sound equipment and all this stuff. It takes about 45 minutes to set up, and then we do live. Do that twice a week. I don't mind doing it. I've always said it's hard work doing it, but once we're live now, it's like, wow, we get to do this.
Right. Yeah.
But we've done 56 episodes like this, and it's time to look at moving it to Sundays so that we can make it a little bit more convenient for ourselves and for a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
So
So that's our...
I just flipped this bird and got all this...
Okay, we'll fix it. Don't worry.
Pepper and...
Don't worry.
Are you going to tie your legs?
I'm going to do the... Okay. I'm putting salt on this.
Okay.
We're good. Now, the reason you tie the legs is crisscross the legs.
I'm going to show them. I don't know if you can see this, but it's open. Everything's open. So we're going to crisscross
the legs.
The legs.
And the reason you crisscross the legs is because as it roasts, you don't want it to fall apart. Teresa said that while we're making a turkey, she's making chili rellenos, which is so hard to make.
Favorite.
It's his favorite. Okay, hey Thaddeus and Cindy. Yeah, so we're gonna start doing this on Sunday.
So and then you take the little tail and you tuck it into. I'd like to show them that on that, but let me rinse this off.
Yeah.
So we can get a close-up of that. Wow, that's really buttery.
I know. But really, the recipe is so easy. Butter, salt, pepper, 1 whole Spanish onion. And for those of you that didn't join us the other day when we talked about Spanish onion, a Spanish onion is just sweeter. That's all. It's a different size and shape, and it's sweeter. You can flip that over.
Just wash my hands.
Well, wait.
I want to show them how that looks.
There's 2 ways to cook a turkey. You want to make a decision? You can cook a turkey upside down or breast down.
I like it breast down.
Because that way all the juices are going to go right into that breast. It isn't as pretty of a presentation, but, rarely do people do that whole turkey presentation. Most of the time it's getting carved up in the kitchen.
And since we know this is getting carved up, what we really want is a juicy breast. We don't want it dry because that makes it difficult to eat, of course.
Yeah.
This is going to look beautiful either way.
Yeah.
It's just not that golden turkey like you see in photos. But seriously, like Debbie said, who does that anyway? You chop it up, everyone gets a piece.
And the skin does come out pretty.
Rhea gets the leg, everyone's happy.
Let's flip that over one more time.
Let me show the people. Let me show them what this looks like so they can see. Okay, that's how we tied it. So crisscross, and then you pull this little guy up in between so that it stays. And then when you flip it over,
we're going to flip it over again so everything can cook.
Everything will stay in there.
Yeah. There you go. Thaddeus, what part of the world are you joining us from?
Wouldn't that be cool if they really could just answer right away?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
we
so
have a live audience.
We've got the rest of that breast in there. I'm going to tuck her little legs under her. We're going to cover her up with good Reynolds Wrap foil.
Yeah, we don't use the cheap brand because it's...
Yeah. Get yourself good Reynolds Wrap foil for your serious cooking. You can have another roll of, generic foil in your drawer, but I'm telling you, this is no fail. So, he's in Jersey City, New Jersey.
Wow, woo! Cool. So what time is it there? 1-ish?
Yeah. So, we're going to cover this with foil. We're going to put it in the oven. You want to cook your turkey 20 minutes per pound. I do not stuff my turkey. If you're stuffing your turkey, it goes a little longer. We talked about that on last week's show. I don't stuff the turkey, so my stuffing is actually dressing. We're gonna cover this up.
So again, I put some with enough that you can at least cover. That way, you know it's getting covered from all sides, and you don't have to worry about putting it on top. You can put it on top. Never done breast down. We'll try it this year. Sally, it means that...
Oh, she's never...
Yeah, it means that the breast of the turkey is going to be really, really juicy.
Really juicy because, again, all the onion and garlic and lemon juice, and it's all going to collect at the bottom of your turkey, which is now breast side down. Because turkey breast is notorious for being dry, Sally. So this is a way, and like I said, especially if you're not worried about presentation, right there. So...
One other thing, I use a baking sheet under... Because if you've ever tried to lift one of these, you see how flexible it is.
Even if they come with the handles.
And if it's hot, you just want to be able to get a firm grasp on that so you don't drop your turkey on the floor.
Yeah.
So this is ready to go in?
That's ready to go. And we're cooking it at 350 for 2.5, possibly 3 hours because we're going to eyeball it there. And... then we're going to carve it up and we're going to take it to our dear sweet friend who is working actually until 3:30 today. And this will be a rare day off for her. So for her to come home to Thanksgiving dinner, I've got the dressing in the freezer, the cranberry sauce that I made, the roast turkey, and just to thank her for everything that she does in a way that you can thank the medical community is
to make them turkeys and take it to them. No, wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
Simple.
A nurse tweeted
Take this
out.
seriously.
Yeah, a nurse tweeted out the other day. We don't need pizza. We don't need your kind thoughts. It's all lovely, but we really need you to take this seriously. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Corrine even told me. She said, "Debbie, watch Pilar. Watch Pilar. That's an age group that gets sick and then gets very sick. So, and she's in that 20 to 25 age group. So we'll see you guys all later.
Wait, so when are we going to come back live so we can let them know?
I swear to God, it's like you don't even listen to the show. 2.5 hours. I'm going to go make you write this over and over and over.
You're not going to do that.
2.5 hours.
I won't do it. So 2.5 hours we're coming back.
Yeah.
What does that mean for him?
2.5.
I just wanted to see if you could math this early.
Oh my God. 11. 12.
Can you math?
We'll see you about 12:30 PST. 2.5 hours from
That's
now.
not 12:30 is 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah, we're going to check it.
In 2 hours.
Yeah, we're going to give it a little check.
We're just going to go live
I'll tell you
just
what,
to check it.
we're going to go check it, and then we'll let you know when we're ready to take it out.
Well, I think what we're going to do is at 1 o'clock come back, because we'll check it in the meantime. Also, sometimes what you want to do is you get a baster and you take some of those juices and put it on the top. But I don't want to. I don't want to just come back in 2 hours. Yes, please. Oh, Susan Crandall.
Susan Crandall, who is also a nurse. Do you use a meat thermometer? Yes, I have a meat thermometer, and I will do that. And it has a poultry reading. And when you use your meat thermometer, you put it right into the thigh. That's where you want to check
Thick part
for doneness. Yes. Yeah, like what Travis is saying, we don't want to take up all your time with us checking and checking and checking. So what we'll do, if this sounds good, we will give you like a 5-minute heads up. Like, hey guys, we're ready to take this out and show you how it turned out. And then it'll just be a real quick thing. And then we need to let it rest, and then you'll see how Travis carves a turkey, because he's amazing at carving a turkey.
Well, because I take a very simple approach to it. Like I said, quarters, but we'll get to that. So we're going to come back at 1 o'clock, so 2.5 hours from now.
Well, I just said we'll do we'll give them a heads up.
Okay, we'll give you a heads up, but I'm thinking we're going to come back.
Set a window for 1.
Turkey breast down for years. Paul Block has been doing the turkey breast down for years. Best way, but not as pretty when it's done.
We said, yeah,
exactly what we said. You're absolutely right, Paul. But the best point about that is you get the best quality of that breast meat. It's nice and juicy, tastes amazing because of all that thyme and the lemon and the garlic. Oh, so good to do.
Anna Maria, I know you're watching. That was the way your grandma showed me how to make a turkey. So breast side down, like I said, it just gets so juicy and fabulous. Susan Crandall, can everybody give a clap for Susan Crandall? Woo! Also a nurse. I always said if anything happened to me, if I opened my eyes and saw Susan Crandall, I know I'm fine. I'll be okay.
Like that time I dislocated my shoulder at the Father's Day softball game. Guys, I'm so old and broken. I dislocated my shoulder throwing a softball. Now, in my defense, I was on third base and I shouldn't have been. I also was trying to prove myself in front of a bunch of guys, so I zinged it, threw my shoulder out, and I'll tell you, when I turned and saw Susan there, and Susan is an amazing nurse.
Susan wasn't there.
Susan was over there.
At the hospital?
I thought she was.
I think you were...
Oh, you know what? I was so drugged up, that wasn't Susan. I thought it was Susan Crandall. Well, Susan, now you know that when I was on all those medications, you weren't there, but I thought you were. So that's how much we love you, Susan.
Thaddeus says makes great sense. Yeah, Thaddeus, even when you're making a little chicken, flip it down its breast, because then all that juice goes right in there. So yay for Susan Crandall for being a nurse. And she said, yes, please wear a mask. People, wear a mask. This is serious. Go out for what you need and come right back. Stay soapy. Remember to spray down your steering wheel and your console where you move it.
Oh, you know what I always do is I put a bunch of sanitizer and then I go around the steering wheel and on the shifter and everything.
Yeah.
That way it's just getting a little
right. Yeah. Spray your doorknobs. There's all kinds of things you can do to be safe. And we all say to our medical professionals, you know, we love you, but let's show them how much we love them. You can do something as easy as knocking on a door of a medical professional who lives in your area and say, hey, are you working Thanksgiving? Can I share dinner with you so that you have something? Or the best way for all of them that we have not yet, Matt, wear your mask. Keep your distance. Watch who you're inviting over for Thanksgiving, if anybody. Keep your bubble small. They are working hard and tirelessly and losing people from their own community. This is the very least we can do and the most we can do for them.
So we're having our daughter over for Thanksgiving, but she's going to sit in the backyard. So
yeah. She still doesn't get to the adult table.
Nope. And she's been quarantined. We just want her back there. I hope she's not watching.
She's still asleep. So anyways, welcome to our first Sunday show. We hope that you enjoyed it. This is a
multi-part show.
But, you know, just kind of the time slot would be noon on Sunday, and I can send the ingredients out the day before, because sometimes you're like, oh, those goat cheese crostinis look fantastic.
They were amazing.
And you know, this way you can have everything there and be able to cook right along with us. I mean, Teresa's cooking with us, but she's making chili rellenos. I know, it's so hard to make.
I'll trade you.
It's so hard to make.
I'll trade you some.
So, all right.
So
Love
we'll
you
be
guys.
back in about 2.5 hours. 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4 o'clock your time, Thaddeus. So Debbie will shoot out a text though or a message beforehand.
We'll do it on Facebook. Yeah.
Sunday fun day. You're right, Robert. Good to see you, brother. All right, you guys. We'll see you
love
back
you. We'll
here.
see you back in a little bit. No, in
2.5 hours. Oh my God! Do you even pay attention to this
you
show?
weren't so cute.
Have you ever watched this show? Oh God! We'll see you then, guys.
Coffee. I need more coffee.
Me too.